How much do the students of McMaster really know about electronic waste disposal?
I want to know, do you know what electronic waste is?
No.
No.
No. Computers that have been thrown out, essentially.
Yeah.
Computers, electronics, whatever. That have been batteries.
Yeah, it's when you try to throw away phones and computers and stuff that you're not using anymore.
So it's basically when people don't accurately go about disposing their devices, for example, cell phones, iPods, MP3 players, things like that. Usually because of convenience, nobody really wants to go out of their way, try to figure out the disposal procedures about it.
So e-waste is anything out of your old phones, laptops, batteries, chargers. And do you know what the big problem with not disposing them properly is?
Pollution.
Yeah, exactly. Turns out the things in electronics are really bad for the soil, and when not disposed of properly, it has really adverse effects on soil conditions and plant growth for the future. Do you know what happens to it if it's improperly disposed of?
No, I don't actually know.
Probably related to landfills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, then again, back to convenience, I think that a lot of people are gonna try to choose the way that they can easily get rid of the waste. They don't really have to go about finding about the proper method.
That it's not being kind of handled properly, like the wastage.
Yeah, so what actually happens when you don't dispose of e-waste properly is that the rare metals in your phone go into the soil and they actually do really bad things for it. So what do you usually do with your old electronics?
To be honest, I don't really hoard. I don't have a lot of electronics to begin with, so I'm not usually throwing them out. But do batteries count?
Yeah.
Okay, so batteries, I'll literally just throw them in the garbage. I don't.
Yeah, see, that's not the proper way to go.
I assume that people aren't recycling their stuff. They're kind of just trying to get the new big thing and just have all random stuff in their house that they don't use.
Exactly. So what we're seeing is when you buy new products, majority of people don't dispose of them properly. Exactly. So what happens is when electronic waste adds up, the rare metals inside, they actually are really not good for the local environment, and it's really toxic for any future growth or anything. So I'm going to ask you as a security officer, Did you know that McMaster has electronic waste recycling bins on campus?
I did not know that. No.
So you had no idea. So now we're educating you too.
Yes.
You could tell more people.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
I've never seen the promotion, but I've seen the bins down by the campus store. So I kind of knew, but I've never seen it promoted.
So you've only seen the one bin by the campus store? There's actually more than by mills and around campus too. But would you say they're easy to find?
Only if you wander, probably not the easiest.
No, I did not know.
So that's another one that didn't know. Do you believe that we should promote it more and let people know that proper disposing of electronics is a big issue?
Yeah, I certainly think that there should be a lot more awareness about it. Maybe even in the student center, if they have once annually some type of facility where students can bring in their old devices. I personally didn't know about it, maybe because I've never really had to dispose a device yet, but I definitely think that if students were to promote it, a lot of people will come out and dispose their items.
Yep, so there actually is a few on campus, but we found out that no one really knows too much about it, so we're trying to spread more awareness.
Yeah, I saw signs. Yeah.
Do you know where any of them are at all?
Yeah, one's under Mosque.
One's where?
One's under Mosque.
One's under Musk. There's actually one at Mills, but do you think they're easy to find and recognizable for students?
No. No, not really. No.
So you agree that we should promote more electronic waste recycling methods and make it more accessible for people?
Yeah.
So do you actually know on campus we have electronic waste bins, and do you know where the nearest one is?
I don't.
It's
No.
near Mills.
Oh, okay.
It's near Mills, but it's pretty hidden. That's why we're trying to educate people where it is. Yeah. Thank you. At McMaster, a forward-thinking and innovative university, we were hopeful to find many designated e-waste bins.
Using the McMaster Sustainability website, we were able to locate a bunch of e-waste drop-off locations across campus. But were they still there? Find out on our pursuit. We start off by searching for the inaccessible Mills Library e-waste drop-off location, starting from the Student Center. Let's see just how long it takes for the average student to get there. Tess. But let's see how we do finding the other e-waste drop-off locations listed on the website. After finding that a bunch of the locations were actually restricted by the office hours, we finally found another e-waste location located in the basement of ABV. Overall, we were 3 for 7 in finding the e-waste drop-off locations. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an important message. You might be tempted to throw that old cell phone into the garbage, but where does it go? Let's take a trip to Guizhou, China, the e-waste capital of Asia,
where tons of electronic waste that is disposed of in North America and Europe ends up. These workers shown here are consistently exposed to carcinogens and toxic fumes as a result of improper disposal. For the majority of the workers, they have no other choice but to accept the health consequences, as there are no other sources of income. Often, the smaller electronic parts can only be separated by small nibble fingers of children. This leads to growth defects and long-term health consequences such as infertility. Children are also robbed of the opportunity to attend school. The proper disposal of e-waste in designated drop-off locations results in waste being shipped and sorted at well-equipped facilities in North America. Here, workers are compensated appropriately for their work and safety precautions are put into place to ensure all workers are not harmed by the toxic substances they are working with.
After all of the possible carcinogens and toxic materials are removed from the electronics, the remaining plastic and metal components are shredded up in order to be separated and recycled to create brand new products. Next time you're left with some old electronics, please don't be that guy. Find the correct designated e-waste disposal drop-off location near you and get rid of your waste the appropriate way.